Back in the mid 90s, Kevin Williamson wrote Scary Movie. But when it became to. I got started again. Okay. Back in the mid 90s, Kevin Williamson wrote the script for Scary Movie, and that would be renamed Scream. But back in 1981, there was another film that was called Scream, and we're here to discuss it.
It began as the perfect weekend vacation. Spend the night in a ghost town. What could possibly go wrong? It was great fun until the nightmare began. Then you can't run. You can't hide. You cannot escape. And you never look back. Because someone or something is waiting for you, watching. And you trust no one. Because no one comes out of this town alive. Is it haunted? Or is it one of their own gone mad? It will bring you right out of your seat. But whatever you do, don't scream. Coming to this theater, rated R.
Welcome back to Troglodyte Horror and Cult Film Review. I am Loki Jesse, and today we're going to talk about 1981 Scream. This was written and directed by Brian Quinzelberry. Now, he was a stuntman who, after watching and learning from the films that he was working on, he decided he wanted to do one. And he wanted to do a horror film because horror was big at the time. Now, he used the connections and the networking he made within the 9 years that he was doing stunt work, and he conned in a few favors. With the knowledge that he acquired, he got some investors to finance, and he was about to get some product placement in this film. It took So this was done in 12 days. It should have been 11 days, but the ghost town they were working at, he was able to get the owner to give him one extra day of filming, and that was because he gave the owner of the ghost town a bit part in the film. Now, Quinsonberry was inspired by the 1955 film 10 Little Indians, which was based on the story from Agatha Christie. I love saying it like that because I'm a big Doctor Who fan, and that's how the 10th Doctor said her name, Agatha Christie. So, I'm a Whovian. Everybody knows I'm a Whovian. So, he wanted to base the film on a group of strangers being killed off mysteriously, and he was inspired by the European horror films at the time, and he originally titled the film to be Butcher Baker Candlestick Maker. However, due to legal reasons, he couldn't use that name. So they were going to go with the name The Outing. However, once again, more legal reasons happened, and they just put the title with Scream. So, was this film any good? Okay, I'm gonna be pretty honest and brutal here, and this might be bad, but oh my god, this film is terrible. Terribly slow pacing. Like, the gore is very European style, like Giallo horror kind of gore. There really isn't much any gore. There's blood, but there's no blood. And there's so much slow pacing in this film. I mean, just the film's beginning of the people rowing down the river and then walking up the hill. And then it's, I mean, like, this was based on Agatha Christie, and was it? I mean, like, no, no, this wasn't really good Agatha Christie inspiration. I mean, the idea was good, but the execution, I don't know. Like, I honestly didn't like it that much. I mean, the ghost town was pretty nice. The setting was great, people, getting knocked off one by something mysterious, but there's no payoff to this. We don't know who's doing the killing. We don't get a resolution to that. We get some hints as to what is happening or who is doing the killing, but we don't really get a payoff. Everything is left completely ambiguous. I mean, after filming, when everything wrapped up, the cast and the crew asked the director, "Who is the killer?" And his response is, "Your guess is as good as mine," because he didn't really have a resolution. Now, the original story that this was based on, and then there were none. There was kind of a resolution to that, being with the way the book ends, and we find a message in the bottle with the killer, saying where we find out who the killer is, but we really don't get that here. All we get is one big standoff, and then an older couple drives up to the abandoned town and finds everybody unconscious. That's it. That's all we get. Where there's a lot of product placement in this. I mean, that's how Quinzelberry was able to get financing. He had so much product placement, like from the soda to the chips to everything. I mean, like he. Uh, I'm sorry. This was terrible. I, I can't find anything good, and I tried to find something good about this film, but there is really nothing I could praise this. Well, maybe the mood and setting, but I really can't find anything good about this film. I mean, I'm sorry. This was such a bore. I've literally I was sort of it led me in, and then it dragged on and then the infighting, and then it's kind of like Gilligan's Island with a murder mystery, but there's no payoff, and you're not going to see Gilligan doing something dumb, or the skipper, or Marianne and Ginger. The professor's not going to come up with a solution in this, and that's basically, yeah, no resolution at all to this film. So, with all that being said, what are my final thoughts on this film? Well, Scream from 1981 is not my cup of tea. And honestly, I'd be surprised if it was somebody's cup of tea. However, if you do like this film, let me know in the comments. But seriously, rather than this being a Scream, I give it a sigh. And 4 out of 5 sighs, I give it a 1. Because, yeah, it wasn't really that good. So, with all that being said, have you seen this film from 1981? Did you like it? Did you hate it? I mean, did you expected something more from it, or being that it was from the 80s, like, what did you think of this film? Let me know in the comments down below, and do all the YouTube things like share, subscribe. Stay tuned for the next episode for we review another film, whether it might be terrible or good. We're gonna find out. I am Loki Jesse. Remember to always keep on shining.